Is milk really that bad for you? Is a question I get asked a lot. And here are the answers that I give to that question. The number one answer I give to people is, think about this. We are the only mammal to drink milk outside of our species and outside of infancy. Isn't that kind of weird? Don't you think if it was really natural, if it was really healthy, that more animals would be doing it? That's the number one reason. Number two reason is I ask a question back to them and I say, why do you drink milk? Well, because it has calcium, because it has protein. Okay, let's take those two for example. Calcium and protein. Calcium and protein, absolutely vital for health. Can we get those from any other sources? If milk, and I'll get into this a little bit later, if milk was totally harmless, I would say, okay, you can drink milk to get the calcium and the protein. But the problem is that milk isn't totally harmless. There are things in it that are detrimental, that lead to chronic disease. So let's take calcium and protein, for example. Calcium, I can get it from an outside source. I don't have to get it from dairy milk. It's not just found in dairy milk. What do the cows eat to get the calcium? They're eating green leafy vegetables. They're eating grass. So I eat green leafy vegetables to get my calcium, among other things. You can search online, do a quick Google search, and find other plant foods with calcium in it. Protein. Milk has protein in it, absolutely. Do we need protein to live healthy? Yes. Can we get protein from another source? Yes. Don't get it from meat products. Get it from plant products. All plants, here's a misconception. All plants have protein in them. They have all the amino acids you need. If they didn't, I would be a shriveled up, skinny vegan, and I'm not. I weigh about $190. I'm strong, I got endurance on the bike, I'm getting all the protein I need from outside sources besides dairy. So that's my second answer to people of why is milk bad. My third answer to people is getting a little bit deeper into the why is milk detrimental to our health. One being, milk has a protein in it called casein, and any animal protein in research done by T. Colin Campbell and other scientists has shown to dramatically increase the rate of cancer cell growth in the body. So if you don't want cancer, or if you want to reduce your chances of having cancer as much as you can, avoid animal proteins. Go for plant proteins. And number two, protein has a way of leaching the calcium from our bones because they create an acidic environment after being digested. Our body becomes slightly acidic. It wants to pull upon a natural acid buffer in the body, and the most readily available acid buffer in the body is the calcium phosphate from our bones and from our bloodstream, where we just drank that cow's milk to get calcium in our body, and guess what? Our body is using that calcium to neutralize the acidic environment caused by the protein in the milk. So just skip the milk altogether. Getting a little bit deeper than that, milk is also detrimental because it has dietary cholesterol and dietary saturated fat. Now, does our body need cholesterol? Yes. Our brains need cholesterol for health, cell membranes, and for cell metabolism we need cholesterol. But we produce all the cholesterol we need. Again, another example, I would be dead if I didn't produce my own cholesterol because we need it and I don't consume any. So I'm getting it from my own body. Another thing that's in milk is saturated fat. Again, our body has no physiologic need for saturated fat, and it only leads to chronic diseases, atherosclerosis. This atherosclerotic, sticky, fatty plaque builds up on our arteries and causes chronic diseases like heart disease, strokes, angina, kidney disease, erectile dysfunction, gangrene, kidney failure, high blood pressure, aneurysms, to name a few. So bottom line here is there's no need to take in cholesterol and saturated fat from an outside source. It does the body no good, and in fact it does the body harm. So don't take it in from dairy products. There are a lot of great alternatives to dairy milk out there. There's soy milks and there's almond milks. And I offer that to people, and one of the main complaints I get is, well, I don't like the taste of soy milk or almond milk. I'm used to dairy milk. Well, of course you're used to dairy milk. But another anecdotal story I get from people is, I drank 2% milk for a while, and then when I went on to skim milk for a month or two and went back to 2% milk, I hated the taste of 2% milk. It tasted so thick. Well, so isn't that enough reason to ditch the dairy milk and go to the soy milks, go to the almond milks for a couple months or a couple weeks. Your taste buds will adapt, you'll get used to the taste, and then if by any chance you go back to dairy milk, you're not going to like the taste. Give it a try. Please, give it a try. You will like the taste of those alternate milks. These alternative milks, they have the calcium, they have the protein, they're usually fortified with other vitamins and minerals, and they don't have any of the side effects that the dairy milk has. They don't have the side effects of the protein causing growth of cancer cells. They don't have the side effect of leaching calcium from your bones. Go for the alternative. I've included some links down below in the description of some really good talks by some doctors and PhDs within the plant-based community on why dairy milk is very harmful for our health, why we should not be drinking dairy milk. We are being lied to by the dairy industry. You know those got milk ads on TV? Guess who pays for those? It's the dairy industry. Of course they're going to say milk is good. Of course they're going to say we need more calcium. We don't need more calcium. Look at the graphs of the countries that drink the most milk and eat the most dairy products compared to the rates of hip fractures and osteoporosis. It's those countries that drink more dairy products get more osteoporosis. That's counterintuitive, but it's true. So down below in the description, really good links to further your knowledge on why you should not be drinking dairy products, and to all the dairy-loving plant-based cyclist haters out there, I challenge you to find me a physiologic reason why we need to consume dairy milk. Thanks for watching. Let me know if you have any questions.